So, off the back of their triumphant win against the Sutton Shore Sharks, the kickball team, the good boys, aka the Blackmire Bastards, decided to celebrate in the tavern named the Dandy Sage. Much drinking and elaborate beverages, and the consumption of obscure meals later, they stumbled off into a rather expensive cliffside tavern to sleep it off. In the morning, they ventured down to the dockside and approached another tavern called the Privateer's Respite. But before they could step inside, the very tavern itself exploded. Now it's all the way, ready to roll over.
1, 2, 3, everyone shut.
Okay.
Apart from Tim.
So this week, unfortunately, Ellie is not able to join us, but we do have our good friend and colleague, Kay McGann,
Hi.
playing a very special character that she will introduce in due course. We're going to start with a dexterity throw from you 4, please.
Ooh.
Go.
Nice. Ooh.
So roll your d20s, add it to your dexterity saving score. Bearing in mind, you'll get a +5, I believe, from your OP or a protection.
Yeah. Is that new?
Protection.
Yeah, no.
It's not new.
I just.
You got me with it.
I rolled a 3 anyway. So.
Roll a 3, so what's your total?
I'm sorry. Dexterity save.
Yes, please.
+4,
Yes.
9. Wait. 11.
11? 12. Okay.
25.
25, you're fine. 20, you're fine. Josh?
Count.
8.
8. Okay, so Aya, and is that with the +5 from Aya? Okay, so Parta and Aya, you'll take the full brunt of this explosion.
Yes.
And be knocked prone. And so Mike and Chad, you'll take half damage and not be knocked prone. So
my muscles saved me.
My
take-
face saved me.
you both take 19 points of damage.
Ooh.
And you take 9 points of damage.
None points
That's
damage.
9 points of damage. Not German 9, but English none.
That's not too bad
Unfortunately,
for me.
at the very front, who took more than twice that amount of damage was Pip. She took the full force of the explosion to her face
My poor little frog friend.
and has been knocked unconscious. There are also several bystanders that were out on the street at the same time that have also been knocked unconscious. Windows shatter. You hear screams from people all around. There is carnage. There is splinters, wood, masonry, and glass covering the entire street. And the very ship itself that was inserted into this rows of houses, that was the Privateer's Respite, begins creaking and lurching forward towards all of you, collapsing in on itself. What do you do?
Are we knocked out and prone?
You're not knocked out, you're just
Laying
on
on
the
the
ground.
Are we in
gonna-
initiative though? No.
No, you're not in initiative because nothing's attacking you. But you do need to get out from underneath this collapsing ship ASAP.
Okay.
I'm gonna, without actually touching her skin, just grab Pip
Okay,
to make sure she's okay.
She's
Yeah.
got bandages around her arms, hasn't she?
as you're doing
Grab
that,
her by the arm.
there's a bunch of people around that are also doing the same thing to the other bystanders that have been subsumed in this explosion.
So everybody else is fine.
Yeah, there are people from residences also coming out, helping on the streets. And
I'll pick 2 people up because I'm really strong.
You're
just
prone.
stick with the
You're
one.
prone.
I got up. I get up.
yeah,
And I picked
you
2
kip
people
I
you
don't
kip
know,
up.
you look pretty woozy. You sit back down.
Yeah, both of your ears are ringing at the moment in the same way that you've been shell shocked. So you just hear this high pitched whine.
I picked 2 people up.
Yeah,
Stagger.
staggering around.
Are you grabbing
What
Pip?
else is around me?
I got Pip.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of residences and shops that have had their doors, windows blown in. You do see a little bit further down the road there is another pub.
Okay. Are there any people around me?
Yeah, there's a few people around you.
Littler than me?
I mean, you're 9 foot practically, so almost everybody is.
I'm going to touch myself. And
Okay.
No.
It's not really the.
Already.
Come on. I touch myself to set
Heal.
in Long Strider
Mhm.
to speed up how I can get away from the creaking ship.
Okay,
And I'm going to grab whoever's nearest to me to take them with me.
sure. You grab a woman that's next to you, a human woman. She is unconscious and bleeding from a head wound.
Oh, you little porty, come on!
Yeah, so you scoop her up and you start long striding, which is about roughly 3 times your normal speed, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Da-da-da. It lasts for an hour as well, so I'm going to be moving a lot.
Yeah.
10 feet. Increases 10 feet.
Oh, increases by 10 feet.
So 40
So-
feet in total.
Yeah. Then with your, if you can use your action to move again, so you can go 80 feet in 6 seconds. So within like 12 to 15 seconds, you can be,
In the sea.
you could be like to this next pub if you wanted to be. A
Probably
few
stick
people
to
are
land.
sort of like being ushered in.
I do that because I'm dazed. I just forget. Or not forget. I'm just like oblivious to this lot. So I'm just grabbing this random person and
It's running away.
running to the other.
What do you three do? So you've got Pip.
I've got Pip.
You've stood up and grabbed 2 people.
There's nobody else that's like in need of help,
It
right?
seems that everybody's helping everybody else at the moment.
Yeah. I've got Pip.
You can do a
and,
perception check though,
Sure, why not?
if you're looking around.
I do not see anything.
What do you get?
5.
5. No, you just grab Pip, and then you see Parter form like striding along like a BFG past you with this young woman under his arms.
Big gnome.
Mm-hmm. Big friendly gnome.
Big friendly gnome.
That's what he said.
Big friendly gnome. Mike,
I
what's up with Mike?
I see everyone grabbing someone,
Mm-hmm.
so I grab the nearest person to me,
Mhm.
and
Does it matter if they're like on the ground, or are you just going to grab onto somebody?
I just
walking
whoever's
past?
closest to me, I want to grab them.
Okay.
Everyone else is doing the same.
Yeah. So there's a couple of guys that one of them looks like he's got sort of a big shard of wood splinter in his ribs.
Yep.
He's been helped out by another person. So you just grab on, put his other arm over your shoulder,
Yep.
and between the two of you, help this chap away.
I think I'm still in my ball gown.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Probably.
Oh, you were there.
No,
I
and
watched it.
makes one of them.
Big fan.
Can I? Would it affect
that
them if I
competition?
use expeditious
won.
retreat?
It won't affect them. It'd only affect you. You'd be able to go extra quick
if I'm
though.
running, but like,
You could try and pull them along.
can I? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd laugh if you couldn't. You just go,
I'm gonna try.
As you try and pull the chap along, like you pull on his arm, which causes his other arm to extend, and he starts screaming.
like stretch
And
arms.
from the wound in his side, as you're like stretching him around, yeah, and the other guy starts giving you an evil stare. So what are you doing?
Oh shit! Let's go.
Okay, they start hobbling off.
Yeah.
Which way are you three heading?
Away from the crumbling ship.
And away
Following
from
him or the
sea.
opposite direction?
I guess following him.
He doesn't know where he's
You just hear me.
reluctantly following
I'm
him.
literally. I'm at the other pub. Just. There's been an explosion. Are you okay?
Sorry, Colin.
Sorry, come on.
Also, sorry, our viewers.
Yeah, sorry.
I
guys.
Apologize to me.
Stage shouts.
So now I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
back towards the falling. Take your chances of that. So as you move away, you hear this thunderous, cacophonous crashing of half a galleon hitting the boardwalk and then collapsing the boardwalk and falling down to the lower levels of the docks, creating this giant hole.
The ship just
in the
wanted to go
boardwalk.
back into the sea.
Apparently. Leaving this entire place inaccessible to get to the other side. You all managed to carry the survivors that you got hold of to this other pub. Everyone give me a perception check apart from you, Josh. You're already in there.
Screaming.
Sorry, viewers. 15.
15?
11.
11?
6.
6. So with a 15,
Yeah.
as you're helping these two people into the tavern, you look up and you see the tavern sign swinging above you, which is, says Nackles Tackle.
Sure it does.
Can I chuckle? Oh, I do chuckle to myself. Knackles tackle?
Yeah.
Doesn't take
Kate.
much.
Does not.
You're happily working away in the kitchen,
In Nackles.
serving up the next person's round of food and drink, when the entire place shudders and you hear this huge explosion. A few seconds later, as you poke your head out the kitchen door, you see these bloody people rushing into your tavern. Like they're covered in like cuts and bruises and scrapes. Some of them have got splinters and like shoved into their various parts of their body,
Gotcha.
and they're in a pretty bad state.
Okay.
There's a
A
big
few
lizard.
seconds later, this giant furbolg of a man ducks his way in and unceremoniously dumps an unconscious lady on one of the tables.
Okay. Oh, Hen, come in. What are you doing? My name's Nikki Nackle. Come in. You're right. I'm doing a
Nackles-
Scottish accent.
Nackles tackle.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
I
lovely.
did not expect that.
Yeah.
You should have done.
Well, unlike you, I can keep up an accent.
We'll see.
Oh my God, are you right? Come in. I'm freaking out.
Are you talking to me?
Everyone,
And
look
then
at you.
these three follow in shortly afterwards. Your tavern is slowly filling up with the wounded.
Got a scene this time.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm just like, come in, I'll get you some food. Are you all right? Like, my husband's got a first aid kit in the kitchen, so I'll go and get that.
Your accent's definitely gone.
That's Scottish.
His accent.
No, we're doing all right, my lover. What's your accent? Oh, yeah. I got.
You got some
I'm
lemon
from different places.
What do you
So-
look like?
Yeah, you describe your character, Kate.
Oh, okay. So Nikki Nackle, or Nu, so Nikki Nackle Nu. Anyway, to her friends, is a pirate gnome. So a swashbuckler, and she is very, very small, 4 foot,
3'3".
3'3", and just as round, with really bushy black hair. We usually have like bits sticking in it because she just like picks stuff up as she's walking around, and she's very nice and has a very good accent that she can definitely keep up the whole way through.
Where is she from?
She is from different places.
We'd have to ask her in character if you wanted to find out where she's from.
Oh yeah,
I was seeing if you were going to say Scottish.
Scottish. My family travel around when I was younger. So I'm from lots of different places, but I've settled in Sutton Shore. That's hard to say in this accent. Sutton Shore. Stressful. Yeah. The end. No.
Thanks for joining us on.
There's more.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on there, my love?
My husband in the kitchen. He's gonna make.
What's that explosion?
It's been a murder.
Shut up and get back to cooking. I don't know. I get it. So, yeah, I run back into the kitchen and go and get. I feel like my husband's a bit inept. Sorry, Tim.
That's fine. Wow.
Your
I'm
husband's
just
name's Tim?
assuming.
I'm going to be someone else now.
So I run into the kitchen and go and get like supplies
Yeah, okay.
to help bandage
Sure.
up this very long, thin man and everyone else. You're all right.
I'm fine.
You're
I'm
fine.
in a ball gown.
Pretty.
There's been a little bit shredded,
Oh.
FYI.
Saucy.
Make sure you.
I was shaking off the shreds.
Shimmying.
Just like a normal dress underneath.
There's been an explosion.
Does look like Pip's in a bad way.
Oh no, Pep.
She is unconscious. She's not in a dying state, but she is heavily concussed.
Do you have a bed? For the
You live
frog?
up-
You're so full.
You live upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Come in. Yeah, bring her upstairs. I'm not going to carry her because I'm so small.
Yeah.
You probably fall asleep.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that.
So I take you guys upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the bedroom.
Cool.
Presumably that's all that she needs. Does anybody
Bucket
like?
of water. Do you have a bucket of water?
Basically, yeah,
Rest?
she needs
Oh yeah,
to...
a bucket of water.
You do have a
Bucket of water and
clawfoot
some
tub
rest.
upstairs.
Yeah, we're sticking the tub upstairs. I can't keep it up. Why did I?
You're going to have to.
I'll stick
Unlike
her in the
you.
tub upstairs. I've got better. I've got a bigger tub than the Dandy Sage. They've got their tiny little bathtubs. So yeah, see, I have watched it.
Lucky guess.
Good research.
Stick her upstairs, and she'll be. Hey, it's rain.
Should be fine.
She'll be fine.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey,
It
thanks.
got better.
It got better as I got.
Got a bit cocky at first.
So you plop her in the tub.
Yep.
You get your husband to fill the tub up. There's
Yeah.
some water from the
He's
pump
fine.
outside.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah, got things to do.
Sure.
once everything's settled down, people start filing out until such point that like some of the guards come along, start interviewing some of the people that you've rescued, and the place clears out. And it ends up just being yourself, your husband, Pip upstairs, and you four in the main tavern room.
Does that happen often?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
You actually don't know what happened.
The street explodes.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh yeah, I don't really know about that actually. It was a bit loud, wasn't it?
What the hell happened?
Hey, what happened to you?
No idea.
No.
Big explosion. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Say it with me. No.
Yeah.
No. See it?
He just grumbles and goes back to the kitchen.
What does the husband look like?
You haven't seen him.
No,
Oh,
he's
he's
just
here
in
in the-
just like a
It's
noise.
just
Yeah.
you throwing the voice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's like home
Story of my
improvement when you don't meet your neighbour, you just...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Shall I get you guys something to eat? Because you look really hungry.
That would be lovely.
Have you got any lemon tart?
No.
No!
No. No.
I said lemon tart.
No. No, sorry. I've got some lovely specials here. Shall I read them out to you? Because they're great. Our signature dish is the giant squid pie. That's my absolute favourite.
Is it a giant pie
Giant
full
squid.
of squid or a giant squid in a pie?
Giant squid pie. So it's like
like
a pie with mashed potato.
But is it a giant pit
Floppy and
pie
Appy.
Yeah.
or a small pie with a
I
giant
know
squid
it's a small pie, but it's made with giant squid.
I know.
No, if you don't fancy that?
I had a pet squid once.
Two.
You did.
Well, this was its dad. So then we've got, if you don't fancy that, we've got giant squid cobbler, which is also very nice.
No, is it a giant cobbler?
It's a small cobbler with giant squid in it. Or we've got giant squid steak, which is a personal favourite of mine. That's quite big actually. If you fancy that. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Do you have any non-squid specific food?
Oh, we've got some calamari.
I'll have that.
Yeah.
But isn't
Thank
that
you.
just tiny squid?
Yes.
I can't have any of that.
You can.
Do you have any ale? Or
Oh
wine?
no, I've got some really nice a wee dram of whiskey
Done.
with a squid ink chaser.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll do that too.
We'll
Yeah.
take it.
Or some rum
All of it.
Oh.
with squid ink.
Perfect.
Okay, so I go
I like
back
this
into the
spot.
kitchen
Yeah.
to get.
Nackles tackle.
As you look around the place, when Nikki goes back into the kitchen, you see that this place is sort of half and half a tavern and bait shop. So there is calamari, bits of dried giant squid hanging on the wall, and some other less frequent bait. There's even
Like
some
what?
rods for sale, like maggots, worms,
Fine.
flatworms, even some stale bread. They've also got some. You got some rocks for sale. There's some like frog spawn as well that've been dried out. That's good for bait as well, and even some vegetables. Then there's a bunch of so about a collection of 6 to 8 rods available, some line, and then some basic fishing equipment that you need, like a fold-out chair, one-person tent, that kind of stuff. That's on one side, tavern on the other, kitchen, bar.
Multifunctional.
Yes,
Apparently.
yeah.
Strange.
What is this place?
Yeah.
It looks like a bar and tackle shop.
Yeah.
It's
Duh.
just weird hybrid.
It's not any weirder than the place that tried to sell us eggs shouted at by the chef.
That was good. Well, I'm gonna eat some squid.
Mhm.
and
So
drink
far, I
some
believe you've
ink.
ordered one lot of calamari and some rum.
I got whiskey with squid ink.
Oh, I got whiskey.
I
Got some rum.
Nice.
I nodded for the rum.
Rum. So 2 rums, a whiskey.
I said yes to all the alcohol she listed.
Yeah. Oh, so
Okay.
Can I poke my
Yeah.
head out the window?
Yeah.
And just see if there's any sort of investigation happening?
Oh, yeah,
into
you
the
saw-
explosion.
there was actually
Yeah.
some
Back to
of
story.
the towns guard that came in to Nikki's tackle. No, Nackles tackle, I should say.
Nackles tackle.
Easy for you to say.
Nackles tackle. That interviewed some of the people that had been hurt that
Okay.
you helped save, and they've been taken away to the guard station for a further interview. Some of them also needed treatment, and some of them just wandered off as well. So leaving you all in the bar by yourselves. If you stick your head out, you'll see that there is some people milling around, like the giant hole that's now been created, and there is some emergency, what is the equivalent of emergency services, helping out with getting people that reside closer to the hole just out of their houses. Some of them, like, they can't even exit the front door at the moment, so having to use ladders, ropes, that kind of thing to
Did
evacuate.
anyone actually see what happened?
No.
Well, you were kind of at the front of it all, but your first instincts were to rescue people and get away. You can always revisit the hole and see if you can do your own investigation. It seems like at the moment it's just pretty much a rescue operation rather than an investigation.
I mean, we've rescued Pip's safe, but
Yes.
there are still more people that we could help, and maybe we should find out why the town exploded.
I think Nikki Nu Nackle should show us around the town.
Yeah, you might probably know it better
Oh,
than we.
absolutely. I've been here a long time.
Maybe we should just leave her in the tavern.
I mean, maybe.
Hey.
I mean, we just met her. We shouldn't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Hey, no, ask him what shop exploded.
Where are you from?
It's her fault.
He's from around the
Same place.
parts as well. Hey, so what exactly exploded? Was it that place down the way?
Nailed it.
Thank you.
We were outside of the other tavern, Dandy Sage. And
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
No, what? No, we weren't.
Privateer's
Oh,
respite.
Stallion.
Private.
Privateer's respite.
Privateer's respite.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Disappointing.
And it just blew up right in front of us. Knocked me over, knocked her over, which is shocking.
Takes a lot.
And you're a big
I'm a
woman.
big woman.
Okay, great.
But
Everyone's big to me.
these two were all right. And
Right.
then we, next thing we knew, we were there.
All right. Well, here you go. Drink your drinks.
Yum yum.
Do you want?
Rum in my tongue.
Do you want? Are you sure I can't interest you in some giant squid? Because it's really lovely this time of year.
I'm all right.
You sure?
I'm all right.
Okay.
As your husband brings out the rest of the drinks,
Yeah.
the first time you've seen him, as the kitchen door opens, it's on the swinging door. As he files out the kitchen, you just see half of a giant squid carcass taking up the majority of the kitchen that's been hacked at, and then the whole thing swings back again. He is a gnome as well, a fiery red-headed gentleman, about 3'1".
Like a catch.
Yeah. Ruddy face, like he's spent a lot of time outside, and he's got like a squint in one eye. He brings over the drinks to the rest of you. Hey, here are your drinks.
So, what brings you guys to these parts? Why you? I'm going into your accent. It's really hard.
It's a great accent.
Right, that's it. So what brings you?
Reset.
There's always a key word.
Eddie.
You've got to say key word, or get you back into the character, then you're off.
Casual.
Sweet. Scottish.
That's a
So what brings you lot
Scottish.
round here?
It's better in take two, but
Edit it out.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't really remember. We've got so many different missions. I've got no
we're
idea.
involved with the university.
We're a championship team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you those people that lost the other day in kickball?
No.
We heard
Oh,
all
yeah.
about that.
We
That
are
was
the
a
champions.
nightmare.
No.
We are
No,
the
I'm
champions.
pretty sure
We
you
beat,
lost.
No,
Well,
we beat the champions.
no
and
one
we
can beat
became
them.
the champions.
We are the champions.
The friendly
My
boys.
friend.
No, that's not what I heard at all. Actually,
Who told you that?
You were,
What did you- who did you hear
yeah,
that from?
You're gonna have to point out who told you
You
that. 'cause we don't
heard
have
wrong.
You've had way too much squid.
As I'm gonna lean
They
over
were
her.
the
I'm gonna lean over her.
students that came in here yesterday.
yeah, they were all in here.
to. You
saying-
point them out in a lineup.
So all the team, the Sutton Shore Sharks. Well, not all of them. Was it? Look,
No, it were two.
two of them. Said there was like a kickball sort of, street game, and apparently they whipped you, and it's just really
How often do they come in here?
all the time. We give alcohol to any age.
Aye, but they were 18.
Can I just check how many of them were in here?
Two.
How many in a kickball team?
Well, you learnt from the other day that there is 12 in the Premiership
course I
League,
remember.
or there's 5 in Street Kickball. And you played against 5.
So if they had
Sweet
won,
kickball.
surely the whole team, like us right now, would be in there.
Celebrating.
You should have a little look at them and see what state they're in, because I'd say
Well, they seem pretty happy.
New.
we messed them up quite
Yes, my love.
good.
You've got a lovely smile.
This is the main plot.
This has changed the entire narrative of the whole game.
Can I ask you a really important question?
Absolutely, my love.
Do you and your husband own this place?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to look at him to confirm?
Oh, he's in the kitchen. She can't.
I didn't
You
look
do?
at him. I just like looking towards the kitchen.
Make sure he's still working. Hey, I'm trying to help out.
He's a really sassy husband.
So, how did you get to own this place? Only because I once worked in a bar and I need a job, and I wondered how I can own my own bar that has a piano that I can sing at every night.
Oh, piano. We don't have a piano, do we, my love?
Got a accordion.
Yeah, we got one of those.
What they say?
I just
Just a reminder of building exploding.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, I just get really distracted because I'm just sitting there. I've had quite
been on
a
the
lot of
sauce?
whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I used to be a part at a pirate family.
Okay,
That's where I
No.
came, and then
I walk
it.
out of the door.
All right.
We're getting drinks.
He didn't pay for their drinks.
There didn't. Don't worry, love. It's on the house. There's been an explosion.
Wonder where my A's were ringing.
No, that's me, love.
Oh, that makes sense.
Were you gonna show us around town?
Sure. Don't you want to help anyone, or you just want to go on a tour?
They all seem fine,
We
right?
either help people or we. Well, I think either way we should look at the hole.
Oh, sure.
The emergency.
Should we go and have a look at the big hole, sweetheart?
I'll watch the pub.
You look after the carcass.
We can't really help anyone. We haven't really got too many things to help, and the emergency services came round and helped people, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we find out
So
what
there's
And your
been
mates up-
emergency services to effectively clerics have come along and healed and taken away the wounded. There were 2 injured to be treated for
Right.
triage. But the guards people have taken people in for questioning, but no one's investigating the scene currently.
Let's do that.
What's your husband's name?
No.
Ned.
Nikki Nu Nackle.
Ned.
Hey,
No,
it's me, Ned.
Can you
Ned
please,
Nackle.
Can you please, Mr.
Ned Nackle.
Mr. Knuckle? Can you please,
Nedrick Nackle.
Mr. Rick Nick?
Nedrick.
Nedrick.
Ingrid.
What is-
Nedrick.
Redneck.
Wait, his
Hey.
name's Nackle.
Or
Nedrick Nackle.
So the
Please.
place is called Nackles Tackle?
Yeah.
Hi.
After his tackle.
Can you please look after our friend upstairs?
Tackle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Ned, just look after the wee frog.
I will.
Sheila.
Old woman.
Okay.
Sorry, Ned.
Having a domestic.
Ned's Nackle Tackle. Ned Nackles Tackle. I don't know why that's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
Knuckles tackle, fine. Ned's tackle, lost it.
Fuck.
Okay, come on then. Let's all go. You stop laughing at my husband's name. It's not funny.
No, it's not funny. Had it all my life.
Finish your rum. Go. Good. Gosh, you're tall. Okay.
Okay. And you
go.
leave the tavern. People have been carted away, but there is a huge amount of debris. People are still being evacuated from the properties around the giant hole that's been created. But there are no guards people around. It's mostly a community effort at this point. So you can approach the hole. What would you like to do?
I would like to look inside the hole,
Looking down,
like this. Yeah.
it's the entirety of the half galleon ship that the other half had been exploded has collapsed through the walkway down to the dock beneath and has partially destroyed that beneath there as well.
Can we smell anything? Is it like, does it seem like an...
We do a investigation check for smell.
Gas explosion.
Was it the ship that exploded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it wet inside? Like, was there all the
No,
loads
because
of
it's
water?
It's a multi-story dock. So docks placed upon docks, and so it's like quite heavily sea-logged in the docklands beneath. But this level, which is like the commercial level, is quite dry. And this ship, this galleon, has been winched up here and converted from an old derelict into a themed privateer's pub and restaurant, which is now exploded.
I don't understand.
Sorry.
Which
I'm still trying to work out how
The ship was made.
too late.
Yeah, the ship was made into a pub, and that
it's not in
exploded,
water.
Okay.
and it fell through the dock.
So in theory, we could go down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
You go.
So 15
So we could go down there. So yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
smell go.
So yeah, you sniff the air.
So dramatic.
I've got no sense of smell, so I
do-
don't know why I'm doing it.
You do
Well done.
recognise something mixed in with, obviously, the sea air, the blood, that's somewhat in the death that's happened here. Roll an Arcana check as well.
Don't think I have very good icon.
Oh.
It's minus 2. 14.
Oh.
14 is
14.
just enough,
Hey.
I believe. I'm just going to double check
Like
for
us
you.
thinking.
just so I'm not.
I'm gonna use.
Yes, it was at DC 13. You recognise a familiar sort of sulphurous smell of a spell that you've encountered once before, which is a fireball spell.
Oh,
It seems like there has been a fireball detonated within this ship.
I just got. This seems like magic.
Saves
Do
like
I to be much clever?
You must have seen someone do that.
Did you do it, detective?
I don't know what. I obviously have. I don't know
Right, Columbo.
You went
Smells like
Tastes like fireball.
why.
And just one more thing.
Did you do it to detect magic?
No.
Do you want me to?
Yes, I don't have.
Yes. I'd
Lick your
like to
finger.
detect some magic.
Okay. You turn your
You say out loud.
magic eyes on,
It's a great accent.
and you do see within the hollowed out area of where the ship used to be, there are remnants of indeed a fireball spell. But also, I want you to do another Arcana check as well. On top of that, oh, here you go.
That was 18 plus a minus 1.
18 plus minus 1, 17. You believe that this is not a regular fireball. This fireball has had the another
just
spell applied upon it, like a permanency spell.
I think there's a
That's your
permanent.
check.
I think there's a permanency spell with a little spell
Does it smell like
on this
sulphur?
fireball.
Smells like permanency.
Permanent fireball.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
someone knew what they were doing. I don't know what it is, but
It means that unlike a fireball which has to be cast and then detonates, it can be cast and then
So the
made,
person could have
made
walked away.
permanent. So it could have been detonated at a later time,
Shit.
either via a trap or
So
just
I
been left
think-
there until the
Right, I
fantasy
didn't
wore
know you
off.
knew so much about.
well, what can I say? I'm just a source of all knowledge.
Yeah.
I think they just made a fireball, put it somewhere, hid it,
Didn't know you could do that.
and somebody detonated it later on when they weren't in there. Or they were. But why would they be in there? It's weird.
Okay. Do you have any any way to find out how
Who
long?
cast?
Yeah. Who cast it? How long ago? How far they could have been away from it to do it?
With a 17, he knew enough that you'd get the permanency,
Yeah.
like after effect, but he would need a higher roll to be able to figure out.
So I mean,
about
I
that.
could...
So at this point, it's been dispersed enough
Yeah.
that there hasn't been any trace left. The whole thing's been like ruined.
I could detect magic again and re-roll.
No, I think.
I don't know what.
No, detect magic's still on for another minute or so.
Tim, can I possibly
Bloody
use my
lucky.
slippers of spider climbing and
You
go
can.
down?
Yes,
Ooh, they
you can.
look
So
nice.
you can descend down one of the supporting struts underneath the docklands to the ruins of the half galleon below.
You could say you're strutting in your spider slippers.
Are you looking through the wreckage?
Can't say that.
Can you roll an investigation check for me, please, Mike?
I don't want to say that.
Oh,
vegan
no.
chocolates.
Thank you, Josh, for putting one of my vegan chocolates into my
Vegan diet cake.
unnamed, not sponsored, fizzy drink.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's really cruel.
Does it taste better now?
Does that do
Oh no.
Josh has just invented
15.
15. As you're looking through the wreckage, you see poking out from underneath some of the wooden slats of the ship, the wooden planks that have been destroyed. A leg is just, you can see half a leg sort of poking out from underneath it.
Is it moving? Is it still?
It's still currently.
How far away is it from me?
Well, as you're looking through, it's like just before you,
Oh,
like within
okay.
5 feet of you.
I shout
Wearing
back up to
slippers?
everyone.
Yeah.
How far down am I?
You're probably about 30 feet.
Okay. Guys, people, there's someone here.
You hear Mike shout from beneath.
Can anyone come down?
I've got long strider.
Hello?
Does
Yeah.
that mean I shimmy down the
Shimmy.
beam
Ship.
You can do a climb.
40 feet?
When you climb, it's half, so 20 feet.
I'll do that.
Okay. Because this whole thing's quite
My disc.
unstable at this point, I want you to do an
saying.
athletics check.
Nope.
Athletics.
Yes, please.
Not this time.
Well,
You just about successfully shimmy your way down the supporting strut and hit the floor.
go ahead. Hang on.
I would also like to shimmy.
All right, I'm gonna jump on my disc.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So you tense the floating disc your way down.
Damn it.
Is it quite delicate?
You can take a little
Yeah.
bit with you.
Okay.
It's affected a lot of the substructure
Yeah.
of this
Anybody else? that
boardwalk.
wants? You can come.
Yeah, sure. that's
Yeah.
fine.
Hop aboard.
It's going to be tight though.
Hop aboard, my cool green
I mean, I
disc.
just think I'm standing on the side
looks
having
like
a
this.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking
not
down,
really-
just flicking the ash into the
Yeah, I'm
hole.
not really that bothered, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Check it out. It feels like
You're going to
this.
keep guard up here.
Sure.
It's red, like,
I'll keep watch, guys. You carry on. I'm trying.
Yeah. So you spider monkey your way down the pole. You two hop on the disc and just go. So you do very much like a Back to the Future hoverboard type situation where you're over 30 feet and it doesn't hover 30 feet. So you're and you drop and then it just hits the floor. You just like ping off the floor and then as it hovers back up to about 3 feet.
Cool.
I want you both to do a dexterity saving throw for me, please. But you do get a +5 from your aura protection, your OP aura
Thank
protection.
God.
Oh, I thought, is it? No, it's a
you
7.
good. You good. I got 12.
12. Okay.
I got 11, 15, 16.
16. Okay. You kind of like
Big numbers.
you kind of like
There's 3 separate numbers involved.
stumble on the disc as you try and right yourself. So you don't quite style it out as much as you like, but you're just solid on the. You just stand there, just boom. Solid. Yeah. And you just kind of slip and slide on it, but you manage to keep your footing.
You
don't
this
fall
all the
off.
time.
Have we tested you flying yet?
I can't fly.
But you got wings.
Yeah, but they're full of
Oh,
holes.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
smoke.
yeah.
But have we actually tried it?
You're flying.
Yeah, you do.
You keep flying. You're a lizard.
I know. It's
You
gonna
can
be
imagine
great.
So you're huddled around
Head.
this unmoving, buried leg.
How big's this leg?
It is humanoid sized, a medium-sized
Oh,
humanoid
Wait,
leg.
sorry.
It's huge.
The leg is
18
under. It's
feet
not
long.
moving.
Yeah.
It's under the ship.
It's buried under the ship. Yeah.
Somebody want to tickle it to see if it's alive?
When you see somebody,
I misunderstand.
I will
it.
tickle it to see if it's alive.
how do you tickle it?
How are you going to misunderstand?
With
Okay,
my
What are you
hand.
so
doing
you
with
do
your
this.
hand?
Yeah, what are you
I was actually there.
As you reach-
just in case.
So like
What is this?
the
I don't want to use both hands.
sole of the foot.
Why'd you have to hold it?
I don't know.
Has it got any shoes or anything on? Or is he just tickling a shoe?
So the shoe is like half torn off,
Tickle under
Right.
his knees.
and it's the
Under his
shoe.
knees.
The shoe is bloody as
Just
well.
met.
Just tickle the skin.
It's just
Yeah.
tickling a dead person.
Where are you tickling?
The exposed
Tackle.
skin.
Okay,
Of the
it's mostly exposed.
The foot.
The foot.
The foot.
So as you
Most
go to
ticklish
tick
of
it,
all
Why
places.
did
Tickle
I
it?
shoot?
You just pierce it with your arm blade before you get to it,
Oh no.
and it pierce straight through the foot
Did it move?
and out the other
Did
side.
it move?
It,
Yeah,
it
that's
didn't
the-
move.
It's
All right.
dead. Okay.
It's dead. And also not ticklish.
Should we stab all the bodies to make sure that they're...
I mean, I think I find this quite funny because I just love the fact that he's just stabbed someone in the foot. I think.
And he constantly forgets he's
I've
wearing
got
these
quite-
massive arm blades.
Yeah.
You haven't really made me pay for it before, but now I feel like this is gonna start biting me in the tail.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got quite a dark sense
but he
of
doesn't
humour,
move.
so that makes me
I'm going
laugh.
to run.
As you pull your arm blade back,
Oops.
the foot, or the entire leg in fact, shifts, and you just pull out a completely severed leg.
Oh.
And it's just hanging off your arm blade now.
Actually,
It flops down.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Just
Can I pick up
wet,
the leg?
slopping sound. Yeah, you pick up the leg.
Okay.
Keep it in.
As you pick up the leg,
Keep it in.
what's left of the pantaloons just slips off the thigh,
Yeah.
revealing half of a tattoo on the thigh.
Is it a
So
tattoo
how-
that we recognise
It is the bottom half you do recognise when you wipe the blood off.
from the murder men?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the murder men? The murdered
I'm
men?
too busy putting the blood on my face.
Wait a minute. What, the ones that were at the...
The
Why are you
dead, the
putting the
dead
blood on
colonel
your
and
face?
the dead from the very beginning of our adventure.
Where I lost my squid.
No,
Nope.
Nope.
that was a dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who did you think of it?
Colonel
with the
Chip.
squid?
the two randoms, yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Two
what-
randoms, you mean
what's the-
Johnny and his son?
No! No, the two
murdered
that we
men.
met.
The two
we
that were in
met.
the
Yeah,
woods.
in the
before we
svelte
got there.
mushroom, the
No,
colonel
no,
sitting in the
no.
armchair in the svelte mushroom in
Yeah.
Keld,
Yeah.
and back in the bakery.
Is that?
You don't remember the other tattoo?
No.
And we thought,
I'm glad
pirates.
you're here.
This is why we're not getting anything done. I don't remember any of this.
Also, Alice watches it a million times because she.
Hey! Aya listens better than any.
So who is it?
This is the same mark as the bodies had, and we found out that both of them had been associated with pirates.
So it's not the colonel. It's somebody that's got the same tat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
So hold
Oh,
on,
they didn't die again.
the body in the bakery.
His leg was transported here and placed at the scene of this
I just like
explosion.
It's a conspiracy.
right. So they're all
He had so many
part.
tattoos.
So they're all part of the same kickball team, right?
Sure, why not? If that's the conclusion you wish to draw,
Stop just talking
absolutely.
about kickball. It's over.
Who are the
Let
people
it
with the
go.
same tattoo?
I didn't
Guy in the
realise-
bakery.
The pirates. We found the same tattoo on two completely separate other dead bodies in different towns. And we
Because remember
investigated
the bakery,
Yeah.
he died, you cradled him.
Yep.
He had a tattoo on his chest
Yeah, what was it of again?
of a ship.
Of a ship.
Yeah.
This is when I was comforting the wife.
Yes.
Comforting.
Yeah.
Comforting.
You're gonna
Come
That's
for
right.
you.
Yep.
So creepy.
And then the colonel in the svelte mushroom with the elf barman. You went in there
He's
and
dead?
found that he'd been stilettoed to death. He also had an arm tattoo, exactly the same as this one.
And we found out that he had associations with pirates.
Yeah.
Because remember, he used to be in the Navy or something.
I've got
And
it.
then
That's why.
and then when we went back to Blackmire recently, I mean like days ago, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
About 9 days ago. 10
like
days
days
ago.
ago.
Sure.
It now says 342.
342.
Arm equals 3, 4,
Last
2.
time
We
I made
went
a
back
note
to
was
Blackmire
356.
and we went back to the bakery to make him apologise. And she told us, that he also had connections with pirates.
I remember
And
that.
this is a pirate ship.
Hey, and I'm a pirate.
And
All right.
she's a
Oh, you
pirate.
think that's a bit quick to judge? We don't know it's pirate shit yet.
But there's pirates.
We are surrounded by pirates right now.
All right.
And it was called the Privateer's Respite.
I think it's.
We can, do, you want me
just
do you want me to put a peg leg on this leg that I dripped off? Will that convince you that
No,
we're with
man.
pirates right
I'm
now?
holding
A
my
patch.
Yeah.
I've not
I
heard.
pointed the leg over my shoulder.
I've not heard one person say R. I have not seen one person with an eye
Arg,
patch,
arg.
and I haven't seen anybody with those little black hats.
I'm
with
gonna
those
put- I'm
little
gonna
white
poke him in the eye.
scarves.
Okay.
Not with my. I'm gonna
Typecasting.
avoid it with.
I was about to say, like, you go
That
back to the eye. Stab.
I'm gonna
I
avoid
love how you said you'd learn the lesson a minute
I
ago.
learned my lesson. I'm gonna poke him in the eye.
Rolled hit.
Who?
Yeah, him.
Who?
You haven't
Uh,
killed him. No, he's fine.
Who's he poking in the eye?
Find out, Zach.
10.
10.
So-
So Chad goes to poke Parter in the eye, but just can't get the. He's like, ah! He can't quite get.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I found
No, what are you looking up for?
You're looking down.
You're looking down. You're the tall
Oh.
one.
You're the tall one.
Some thought he was
Are you sure I
something.
missed?
I thought he was
How long have you played this
I thought he was
character?
pointing
Oh, right.
beyond
No,
me,
he's
and I-
coming. He's coming to you, but he can't reach you.
No,
just
that's
like
why.
that.
This one.
I was being daft.
Okay.
As my note, sorry. The colonel had a pirate tattoo, was a member of pirate families before serving in the Navy, suspected headed northwest towards the... Sorry, ignore that, because it doesn't matter. The suspect's accent came from the coast, where we are. The tattoo was of an armoured ship, which we're on, and it said,
No, we're in the
nothing
dark
to the
age.
ocean, corsairs or death. And it would likely belong to the corsairs of the North Sea. So suspect could be from several other ones, but one of them was Scottish Ship 7.
So
we've
something's
heard
connecting
before.
all of these people.
Can you poke him in the eye?
I punch him in the face.
Do you want to? Roll to hit.
What is this about my
Do
character?
I slapped you on the face in one of the first episodes?
Come on, people. You know my intelligence is like under 10, right?
It's just a roll to hit.
It was 14
What about
to
in game?
hit. But plus what?
Plus your unarmed strike.
Oh.
Which is...
Wait, I didn't know that.
Oh, sorry.
I had a plus
7.
7.
Did you?
I had a 17.
21.
Yes, you both get poked in the eye and punched around the face.
There you go. See?
That's better.
You heard the R and you now had the
And
patch.
and I stumble back, hit my knee, so I'm hopping up and
Yeah.
down with like one leg up.
Yeah. And as you're doing that, an Eve Coast seagull, which is
Seagull.
Seagull.
which is
Steven Seagull.
Seagull.
which is,
The seagull
Steven
called
Seagal.
Steven.
lands on your shoulder. Steven Seagull lands on your shoulder. Very tiny.
Yes.
Very slowly starts
Like
punching.
a pirate.
There you go. No, a seagull lands on your shoulder.
Called Steve.
Called Stephen.
Steven
I
Seagal.
turned to it and called it Steven.
This place really is bright.
Hey, now you look like a pirate.
Now we-
One of us.
you.
One of us.
Solve this case.
But now that he's out of action.
Now that he's not.
Okay, perfect.
That was the first time
we-
we've teamed up. That was.
It takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes
to
a
make
lot
us
for us to be on the same side.
Would you like to high five?
In an effective attack. Yeah.
Don't. You're gonna stop it.
No, I'm definitely not
Well-
gonna high five.
Before they high five, I'm going to pull out my gnome statue of my good friend Paolo, show it to them, then hold it up towards her and go, "That's what I'm expecting."
It looks like a Suburblin, which is a. You know them to be deep gnomes. They are traditionally very xenophobic, quite acerbic.
Sure.
You kind of don't have a lot of interaction with them.
No.
They're like the cousin at the family do that nobody really wants to talk
Josh is
to.
Sure.
good friend.
Yeah.
I'm
And as you
like
pre-
the drunk auntie at
Yeah.
the family.
And as he
do,
presents it
so
to you-
that's good.
it's gnome size, but it's got a peg leg.
Right. No, well,
Child
my
showing it.
family, I've got quite a few cousins that look like that. I'm actually part of the Corsairs myself. Yeah, bet you didn't know that.
She shouts down.
Yeah, sorry. By the way, I'm just flicking ash on you
I
guys.
just want to pick the leg up and hold it. And it's like, do you know what this is?
So you take the
tattoo.
leg off Mike's shoulder,
I'm currently
Oh,
holding
sorry,
it
I
like
didn't
this.
realise you had it.
and he starts flopping it around.
I take the leg up and...
Yeah, I know what that is. Do I know what that is? Sure.
I mean, tattoos are
I
very,
know I do.
tattoos are very, very common.
Yes, as the answer to your question.
Why
I will
don't
find
you?
that way.
I'd like you to do a history check for me, please, Kate.
Absolutely.
Or Nikki.
Or Nu, you can call me Nu.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, good roll.
Nice. 18. So it's 18. And then
Your history.
21.
Nice. So yes, you know that there is a whole group, a subset of the Corsairs of the North Sea that have had these tattoos around about the time that you were serving.
Sure.
Maybe just a little bit. No, pretty much around the time that you were serving, actually.
Okay.
They kind of splintered. They were quite radical, and they also they fell out of favour with Regina.
Oh, yeah. Reggie, she's a nightmare.
They
Regina.
were mostly hunted to death, but a few escaped to the mainland. But rumour has it that they stole an awful lot of treasure, along with some rather lucrative ancient world artifacts from the Sea Queen.
Right.
During that
Queen.
transition between the Sea King and the Sea Queen, a lot of stuff was up for grabs, and they raided the Sea King's hoard before she secure it on the Titan ship that she sails around on.
Gotcha.
Have you?
So that's how I started my pub/tackle shop
Yes.
So
with
this
all
is
my
the-
stolen stuff.
this is the third dead body we found with this tattoo on.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a coincidence.
What does it mean?
Do you
What?
have one of those tattoos?
Well, I might do, but I won't show you. You have to buy me a couple more rums to see that. You know what I mean?
Stop flirting!
Ned, how can you hear me from here?
Teeth everywhere. but seriously, do you? Because you might die.
You might
I
explode.
mean, no, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. I'm in my tackle shop. No one knows I'm here. So that's fine. I might actually need to leave Sutton Shore at some point. Just go on a wee holiday.
Because of all the dead bodies.
Yeah, maybe. It's making me feel a bit nervous actually. So I might. I might have to go.
Do you know why someone's killing off?
I reckon it's probably something to do with Reggie.
Pirates.
Who's Reggie?
Regina.
Sea Queen Regina Hartigan. She is the
Regina
queen of the pirate families on the East
Alright.
Seas.
So we're not best of friends.
What does she
She's a pirate queen.
Regina
Why?
She's just like in charge.
Hartigan.
What is she?
Hartigan.
Why don't you like
Hartigan.
her?
It does sound like
What has she done that's bad? Why don't you like her?
Well, she's the leader of the Free Seas of the East.
Mhm.
She actively took the mantle of Sea Queen from the former Sea King by force, and has been ruling the Free Seas of the East with an iron fist ever since.
Can I call myself Sea King?
Sure, no one's going to stop you.
What are you
I
seeking?
know.
Get it? What are you?
What are you seeking?
Yes.
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 You're seeking yes.
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 Yes,
You
one
may
of
now
my
call me
best
Sea King.
I will never call you that.
You can call me. Right.
Forever seeking Susan. So yeah, the former Sea King was Kartoff van Dentborn, and there was a violent ocean war that lasted 2 years, back in 1836. That you can fill them in on.
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, that was pretty nasty.
What
Yeah.
story?
So it's-
What a story! I could tell you a tale.
Yeah, that was
About-
13 years ago, so it
It was 13 years ago.
lasted 2 years.
It lasted 2 years.
Many pirates died.
Many pirates died. I mean, I was quite good. I managed to escape because I had a little dinghy that I just filled up with treasure, and then I just, went. I just like, nah, screw it, I'm going. It's hard to keep up.
You did well.
Thank
Better than
you.
the beginning.
Getting better.
It is getting better, isn't it? Right. So, what happened was Reggie, we were good friends when we were kids, and we grew up together. And she always wanted to be top boss, and she wanted to be top dog. And she's like, "No, I'm going to take it." She said to me, "No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take it." And then there was this huge fight, and basically, she just killed him off. And then we took some treasure, and I was like, I don't want to be around her because she gets a bit like, funny around certain times of the month. And so I was like, so I said, I'm just going to go, and I managed to escape. And I've been hiding here ever since. It was a few years ago. But I can introduce you. We're still on good terms. Goodish. She doesn't know I stole from her, but, do you want me to introduce
Do
you
you
to
think
Reggie?
she might be killing?
Probably. She's a bit like that.
Although you think if they tell you how the other ones died, which I think you kind of did, it doesn't seem like her MO. She was very much like, she was quite honourable.
Yeah.
If she wanted to kill you, she would come up and do it herself, stab
Yeah.
you through the heart. This seems very
This
much
is a
like
fireball.
an assassination attempts.
We found
right,
the
sure,
first
sure,
two
sure.
bodies we found were stabbed with stiletto type knife dagger.
Yeah, like an assassin's weapon.
Not a shoe.
No.
Not a shoe.
Not a
Okay.
shoe.
Not
Yeah,
shoe.
it took us a while to get to the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
We spoke about
For ages, they were like, "Oh, someone's killing someone with a high heel."
Right, got it. Okay, that sounds a bit
Yeah.
harsh.
And they wore a big hat. Sorry.
That's what I was just gonna ask.
I thought you were
Have you
doing
seen
it.
anybody with a big hat?
And,
Like a
and also
sombrero.
sweeping.
yes.
A lot of sweeping.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
do a history check, please?
Again.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yay, I'm rolling the dice. 20!
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
Say natural.
Natural.
20.
Did you say men?
Yeah, natural
Yeah.
20.
Say neutral 20.
Neutral 20.
What's the total? Total.
Such a bully.
23.
23.
Tim.
So yes, yeah.
How much do I win? Do I win?
2 days ago,
Yes.
whilst you were
Shh, I'm concentrating.
helping your husband Nedrick drag the giant squid carcass into your into the tackle shop. You did pass someone because it took you quite a while to drag it along. Someone sweeping outside the privateer's respite.
There was someone sweeping outside the privateer's
Right.
respite
Was he
where
wearing
we
a hat?
are right now.
Was he wearing a hat?
Yes.
He was.
What size?
Now I come to think of it. Sorry, I've had quite a lot to drink.
It's a wide-brimmed hat.
It was a wide-brimmed
That's the one
hat.
that we looked
Circular.
Was that
for.
the same guy?
Was he wearing sandals and holding a broom?
Yeah.
He was sweeping.
Was he making the sweep noises?
I mean, I've just said yeah, he was sleeping. I don't know what more you need from that. Do you need me to spell it out for you?
Yeah.
Is he sleeping? Does he make sweep noises?
You thought it,
Does
the only
it smell
reason
like
you remember it,
squid?
very odd.
I remember
Privateer's
the sound.
respite, not known for its
You know
cleanliness.
when he's got a gun.
Oh,
does he
right,
go,
yes.
pew, pew?
So, okay, guys, I'm going to let you into a wee little secret. So this pub, the reason I'm not particularly that bothered about the fact that it was on fire, because it's actually a rival pirate gang.
Which one?
Blacktooth's Grin.
Mm.
Yes, I got it right.
Yes.
I'm so proud of
That's
myself.
that's the other gang.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't
That's
like
one
to
of
talk
the ones
about
on the
them.
list.
I don't like to talk about them, but that's basically
I
it. So
don't
that's why I'm
have any
not
of these
too
notes.
bothered about this ship. And also, it means more business for me. Because, people that used to go here obviously don't care about cleanliness. So that's why I thought it was a bit weird because someone was doing the sweep noises outside. Doing the soft shoe shuffle.
So obviously you saw this man.
Yeah.
A, did you recognise him at all? And also, who would want to hurt people in those gangs?
No, I didn't recognise him. I don't think he's from round here. To be honest, I'd been on the rum, so I was just on my way home to see old Ned Nackle.
I thought you were pulling a squid out of the.
Pardon?
I thought you were pulling a squid out of the ocean.
Oh yeah, that.
She had a few.
I had a few. No, I hadn't seen him before.
Okay. And do
So
you know
stranger danger.
who'd want to harm the?
I mean, lots of people around here. There's lots of. I mean, we're the Corsairs. There are Arch.
The pirate families all obviously vied for power back in the day.
That.
So if you're a member of the an opposing family, obviously there is some contention.
Yes. Arguing.
What do you know about the Scuttle Ship 7?
What don't I know about them?
This is the first you've heard of the scholarship.
This is the first time I've heard. I am joking. Obviously, I know nothing.
What do you know about the friendly boys?
That they're losers of a game. No, that's what they're saying around town. They're saying, they're saying they lost.
What about?
You got thrashed,
I mean,
apparently.
you're a
I don't know who
smart
the friendly
nobleman.
boys are.
Actually, to be fair, Scholarship 7. do a history check as well. There's a lot of history checks coming out.
Bear with, I might remember something in a minute.
I want to
14.
find some of these.
No, you're rolling really well.
People and
Is that
kill
it?
them.
Thanks, Tim.
I'm gonna kick them.
What do I win?
Plus 3,
Balls.
17.
17.
So, you did hear a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at this point, 10 days ago, 30 days, of a gentleman.
I actually, come to think of it.
How about we just all down a hole?
Yeah,
listening
no,
to it?
she's
There was a
Oh
group.
yeah, they're still down there, and I'm
Yeah.
just like
Still just
standing
looking
above
at
you.
us.
There was a group of 7 talking to one another, and that as you were serving them drinks, they were planning on visiting.
I thought you were going to say blowing up a show.
Yeah, blowing up. No, they were talking about going to the Lurking Wood, specifically to a place called Lumberghost.
Lumberghost.
And
Yes,
you only
I
caught one
overheard
name, and the name that you caught was Criskin Everbolt.
Criskin Everbolt.
He
That's the
seemed to
only
be
name I
in
can remember.
charge
How long ago was that?
30 days ago.
30 days ago.
Oh.
30.
We might
we
have
blew up
killed
the save.
him. We might have killed Criskin.
Oh. Do we know?
Don't know.
What was the name of the bloke that you caught?
Lumberghost.
The man named Lumberghost.
Yeah.
Our name, V.
Yeah.
You never asked him his name.
Oh.
No, we just tortured him and put him on trial without actually asking
I've
his name.
got a feeling we're gonna see him again at some point.
I don't think we will. I'm pretty sure
You know
he's
that
tied up in
the
the woods.
Criskin Everbolt
Can we
We
was
left him tied up.
a human.
No, we didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Oh no, we didn't. We let him go.
Did we?
Yes, you did let him go.
You're
Oh,
right.
that's right. She snuck
Now
away. That
who
sneaky
doesn't
little
know
pip.
what they're doing?
But
My name's Chapman.
Can I poke him in the other eye?
you probably could. Rolled hit.
My tail's got abs.
11.
Plus.
It was 4, so.
Oh, 11. Yeah, this time you do whiff.
You do whiff.
I do whiff.
You do
Yeah.
whiff.
Fine. I'll get you back.
New could tell you a little something about Criskin Everbolt.
What did he look like?
He was a human,
He was
very tall, but not as tall as you, not like weird
No.
tall.
he was human tall.
Like normal, oh, it's getting harder. Normal sized tallness. I'd say probably about my height, maybe like 6 foot. With
You're a gnome.
yeah, I'm 3 foot.
3.
3. So yeah, a bit bigger. Anyway,
My
Yeah.
height, about.
my height, but like double it.
He also, one of these colleagues talked about them coming to Sutton Shore from Criskin's, and he was based in a place called Rock Nook.
Oh, yeah. What he just said.
I wish Cap was awake.
Criskin Rocknook.
Pretend that I said all of that stuff just now.
In a Scottish accent.
Oh, God. Do you want to get out of that hole, or are you just like happy with the
I
severed
think
leg?
we should look around more since we're down there. Oh, we
What's
found
I
it.
mean, we knew that it
Criskin.
exploded.
Yeah, but can we? Is there any like
Can we get-
chests or stuff?
Can we get into the bar?
Into which bar?
What are you
Well,
talking
not the bar, the ship.
Criskin what?
It's when it fell down. It just went.
It did. Okay, so it's
Pancaked.
not like it's still in.
Are there any
Shape.
objects around, like chests?
Wood?
Just wood.
Oh well. Why don't you do? Whomever wants to do an investigation, other than Mike, she's done her investigation.
Yep.
She found her leg,
My
which she's
leg.
now wearing,
My back.
like a Cruella
17.
Deville style
I'm not meaning on it.
throw.
17.
17?
6.
6.
15. Investigation, yeah?
Yes.
14.
14. So with a 14, 17, as you dig through, you do find the coffers of the place here. It takes you about 15, 20 minutes to go through it all. As you're pulling, you find some money.
What? Livid.
I'm
I thought they were broke.
casually looking around and seeing whether they're looking at me.
You find
watching you.
18 gold pieces.
Both of us?
What are you? My
No, you find something well.
Oh, okay.
88 silver. So 18 gold, 88 silver.
Oh, hang on. I've forgotten where I had that. Oh,
Where is it?
Write it down.
extras,
And then
notes. Hang on. Yeah. What was it?
18 gold, 18 gold.
Yep.
88 silver.
Oh, there it is.
And 56 copper.
it's not a coin you're throwing about.
Copper.
making it
I'm
really
counting it as I'm doing it to
1,
myself.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or any of this looking at me.
Well, you've all had to spread out. Like it's like half a galleon. So imagine like a tip, and you've had to like each take a pile, like a rise of debris and detritus, and you're digging through it all.
How much did you find?
A
You
lot.
don't know
18.
nothing. 18 gold, 88 silver,
Yes.
56 copper.
I'm going to need you to
put them in
roll
your
a
pocket.
D100.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Ooh.
Are you watching me from up there? So I'm doing
60.
Yeah.
And then roll the other one because it's another number on top of
Oh.
it.
The 10?
60,
8.
68. Nice. Okay.
Could have been off.
Nice.
Aya, you're going around.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
What did she say?
I just laughed at him because it was.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't funny.
Sorry. So,
Oh, yeah.
you are digging through and you don't find much really.
Oh.
You can find a few bits and pieces that you can like replenish some of your supplies with. Maybe some kindling. This you can use. You find a decorative, slightly torn pirate flag. If you want to keep that, completely up to you.
What's on the flag?
Skull and crossbones. It's a very generic Jolly Roger
Not been that
type
nice.
thing. So 68.
60.
68 platinums.
Okay,
and
you
68
find
golds.
you harvest.
Harvest.
You find the mother lode. This looks like you found what was the main bar area.
Yeah.
So you can harvest from that 5 art objects
That's not on here.
Of-
Oh.
worth 25 gold pieces
Hand
each.
was hovering over
So you'll
fire.
you find like a decorative, like a mermaid bust that would fit onto the front of a ship,
Cool.
that kind of thing.
Ooh.
A framed painting, oil painting
Where are
of
you
a
gonna put all this
Captain
stuff?
Lord. And
In my
then,
room. In Chad's
a
bed.
stone mason jar, that kind of stuff. You'll find all that.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Who's there
there's
ready to take
5
platinum
25
inside?
gold piece art objects.
How are you
How
taking
do
this
I-
home with you?
How
You
do
do
I-
5 times 25.
Well, no, I know that, but
Just put it in your notes.
minutes.
Your
In your
nudes.
notes.
Mermaid bust. 1.
Has no
But-
bust.
Add.
Remember this, because I'd also want you to roll a d4.
Hold on, I don't know how to
Mermaid
add
bust.
stuff on here.
Well,
In
this-
Alright, okay, hold on.
I was gonna
One-
say, write it
I'm gonna
anyway.
I take it
forget.
Chad's not too
Mermaid
brave.
Items.
He is
1
He's very good
X
at rhymes.
mermaid.
Bust.
Is it the sea queen?
You
Don't worry
can
about
call
it.
it the sea queen. It looks
One
more like a mermaid.
Portrait
X.
of a captain.
You don't know what
That's
the
not
mermaid.
Regina.
Yeah.
Of
If you hold it up, like
an accountant?
A
an
captain.
accountant.
Captain. I heard you say an accountant.
Why would I say
Find an
a
accountant.
portrait of an accountant?
Okay. Must
Um,
be expensive.
You find an oil painting of a pirate captain,
That's what.
Oil
Ru-
paint.
a rather baroque looking one.
Okay, I got.
A stone masonry vase.
You're just making this hard for me now. Stone
I was
vase.
the same
Yeah.
things he said before.
A decorative wooden keepsake box.
Box.
Lovely.
Yeah, box, sure.
1 Xbox.
And a pair of very fine shoes.
Very. Can I wear them? No, I'm a
suede.
lizard.
Hmm?
Very
Suede.
fine shoes.
Indeed, suede.
Svelte.
Are they,
What size are they?
Yeah.
They are size
Felt shoes.
Felt. Shoes made of felt.
8,
Men's or women's?
unisex.
Oh.
European or US?
41.
Eve Coastian.
Okay.
Slip-on
25
laces
gold
or
each.
buckles.
They are
Okay.
buckled.
Oh,
Velcro.
good shout.
Yeah.
Are they
Look at all my
felt?
stuff.
And then roll a d4.
Oh yeah.
This is not the end of it.
And it drops on his head.
Ready. 3.
3.
They explode.
You look so
They
excited.
explode. Not my
All
boss.
of them explode. Now I need you to roll a d100 3 times.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Can you just
Hang on,
stop
hang on.
finding things?
10,
Is this 4 D100s that have been rolled?
70.
Oh no, you have to roll the other one along with the sound. So 10 plus the
Oh.
other thing. The other d10.
Sorry, my
So-
hands was slippery.
10 3
plus, I don't know. 10 plus 3.
13.
Yep, that's
And then
the one. And
70
then 70
plus-
plus 5.
75. So 13, 75,
And 66.
66. So 13. You find
Loving this.
Wait, what did
you
I
find
miss?
a leather waist pouch
1X.
with
pack.
2 smash vials, but one
Smash
intact
vials.
vial of
Smash
a
vials.
red glowing liquid.
Drink it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Drink it.
1 vial
Smash files like file saves
of
from Smash.
red
Like,
Glowing liquid.
glowing.
Shot.
Drink it. Drink it. Just.
Oh, I'm gonna drink it at the most inopportune time.
66.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. So you find in
You hit the mother
Let's
load.
blow up more shit.
You find a very decorative and completely intact, not scathed in the slightest, leather
Pristine.
satchel.
Another satchel.
When you open it up and look inside, might be something in there because you found those vials. You can't see anything inside. You put your hand in.
It keeps going.
Yep.
It's a bag of holding
For all the shit that you found.
for all my stuff.
And then he realises it's just got a hole in the bottom.
But wow!
It has
And as you
nothing
pull
there.
your,
Oh yeah, I just got a hole in it.
as you, like, oh my god, see that. Your blade is just ripped off. Oh no! There's a whole new world in here. See, I'm in the upside down, guys. And as you pull your hand out, a little bag of dust.
Ooh.
Four things.
Just a grab.
Yo-
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, one bag of holding with dust.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
With dust.
Yes.
I'm definitely
Found in
saving
a
it for
small
when I
packet, this
drink
powder
it.
resembles very fine sand.
Is it like the silicone?
There is enough of it
inside
for
your
one
bag?
use.
One use.
You said
How?
what?
When you use an action to throw the dust into the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes.
Invisible.
That's cool.
One bag of
The
dust.
dust of
Magic
disappearance.
dust.
Dust.
Dust of disappearance.
Invisible dust.
And the third thing.
That was the third thing.
Amazing.
Vial, bag of holding.
Oh, I
Dust
get the bag of
disappearance.
holding separately.
So Tim,
Yeah.
he got all of
Dust
that
of
and I got a
disappearing.
leg.
Yep.
You found
love the
found a
leg.
huge key to this whole case.
Yeah,
You've
but I
blown
didn't
it wide
remember
open.
anything what they were talking
Oh
about.
my God.
Like, sure.
There's a leg door somewhere. It's a key. You just said.
No, not like that. Oh, mate.
Oh,
Oh.
you'll carry this leg around with you until you find a hole, the leg-shaped hole.
While they're finding all of this treasure and whatnot.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Treasure. Can I look for
Wait.
the rest of the body that's lost?
Yeah, I mean it's just it just scattered all about.
It's
Like
like
you'll
mission
find like
to
half
find
of a
myself.
half of a like torso with a bit of the head attached. You find an arm over
Does
here.
she just like that
Find another
stuff?
leg over there.
She's
I
Apparently.
thought you said
She's
that
like
you,
Ed Gein.
Yeah.
You said that you watched
You made
the
a
showcase.
you made a lamp out of skin.
How much gold did Potter get?
1/8 gold,
88 silver.
88 silver,
80.
56 copper.
How much is that total?
So it'd be 5 silver plus 93, so 9 gold, so 27 gold, 8 silver, 6 copper.
Broken toe.
Potter, I found this really cool box.
All right.
I will sell to you. I'll trade you. I found this box, and I think it's worth a lot if you trade me for what you discovered.
Don't look at me.
It's a really good box.
I'm gonna challenge you. I reckon
Huh?
I can fit in your new bag.
You can't see that.
You're all off in different places.
Yeah, no,
Looking
I'm
around.
just plucking it out of thin air.
It's very specific plucking.
What are you? Stop it. Get out of here. Plucking my
I
bag.
bet you I can disappear in that there bag, and if I do, I get that box.
So if you get in the bag, you get.
Yeah.
Can I seal the bag
Yeah, you can put the bag
if
over.
he gets into it?
So when the rules of the bag are,
It's the rules of the bag.
when you get in, you can't get out. Someone else has to reach in and know what's in there and take the thing out.
So for example,
Otherwise, what?
So if he
They
gets
get
in the
lost.
bag.
Otherwise, there's only I think 2d4 minutes of air, and
Oh.
so for
Oh,
example,
so I can't just carry him around with me until we need
you
him.
would definitely die,
Tim,
suffocate to death in
Tim,
there.
if he goes in the bag
He has to
and,
go in
and
it.
Chad knows about it, and if I put my hand in the bag, I can't feel him in there. Only he can.
Do it.
Also, I need to look up the width of it whilst you're.
I'll
there's
hold
another
Are
way.
we on?
No, because all my stuff's in there now.
Yeah, but he won't.
Is there?
No.
Yeah, I put all my stuff in my little
Okay.
bag.
If I go in there and I find it,
No, yeah. There's no finders keepers in the bag.
it's all right. But if I can climb it all the way in there, because from a distance I've seen you putting bits in it and be like, that's weird.
I don't rightly know if he can do this, so I'm going to take this gamble.
Okay.
I don't think any of us know.
And if I do,
So you
fit in-
agreed.
So
if I
if
fit in
he,
there, I get this box.
if he fits in, well, no, he has
And I
to
survive.
actually fit in the
Yeah.
bag. Not, yeah, you have to get yourself into the bag.
Yeah.
and then you can have the box.
So I need to ask you two
But
questions.
nothing's in the box and nothing else from the bag.
Question the first is, can Parter crouch down so much that he would be only 4 feet tall?
I can actually.
Okay.
Oh,
How
So-
do you know that?
First of all,
I do a bit of yoga.
if you can crouch down,
Yoga.
It's called
because you are
yoga.
you are 8
Yoga.
foot something, 8'3", I believe.
I know I'm 7'4".
Oh, 7'4".
It's like
yeah,
when you
so
see
easily.
Great Danes
4.
curl up in the beds. They go really small.
Yeah.
Just fold you up like
And-
origami.
The other question I need to ask you is, can Parter fit through a hole roughly this big?
He's very skinny.
Too small. Definitely too
Will your
small.
shoulders go through that?
I don't think they will.
You contort.
Yeah.
He's gonna get stuck in the bag, and we're gonna.
You know
spend the
those.
next
You know those
episode
people
trying
that.
to get him out
you
of
know
the
those-
bag.
you know those people. You know those people that are really gangly and they can fit through like a tennis racket.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they train for years to do that shit.
What do you think Parter's doing in a swamp?
Okay,
Getting
With my boyfriend.
out of bags.
Yeah.
Is he double jointed?
I'm going. Well, we'll find out. I'm gonna give a
Find out.
DC that I think is appropriate for someone that's never tried to climb in a 2 foot diameter hole before,
Alright.
and I need you to do an acrobatics check. The DC for this acrobatics check will be 18.
Okay.
I'm leaving the hole, by the way.
How? How are you leaving the hole?
I want to climb back
Okay.
up.
Roll an athletics check.
Hey.
Before I roll it, I cast Wild Shape
Into.
Smart.
into
Something
a
that
cat.
can hold its
Okay.
breath.
I think jumped in.
You.
You're so clever.
Yep. As you jump in,
I see the
it
bag.
all goes dark, and you are unable to breathe, and you immediately start suffocating. Can you roll as a cat? You need to look this up, so I'll look this up for you.
Oh no.
You need to know what a constitution is for a cat.
Oh, he's only got 2 hit points.
Yeah.
It's just there.
I rolled 16, by the way.
Tiny bit.
You're up. You're back on there, no problem. Okay.
Is he?
Right.
I've got no idea what I'm doing.
How long are you going to keep the bags shut for?
Not that. He turned into a cat. I'm not a monster.
But how long?
I feel like any answer is gonna be wrong. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Seems like a long time. I don't want to keep it.
It's gonna be like
Okay.
Inception, where it's like every time you go down, it's like multiplying the time for me.
I don't think that's how that works.
You just made that up.
I didn't give you.
So
the
as you
bag.
jump in,
Cat years.
as you jump in, you immediately start like being unable to breathe. And what
pee.
seems like an age before, then you feel a scaled hand loop around your belly and pick you up like a cat, and you bring this. What colour cat are you?
What colour?
Yeah.
It's just like my own cat, ginger and white.
Okay, ginger and white.
It's my own cat.
As
No
Yeah.
one knows what cat looks like.
This ginger and white cat starts like gasping for air.
You sound like a pig.
That's not it.
It's the same as your
Oh.
as your puking noises.
Oh, please.
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
+5.
Oh no!
+5.
Oh, you're skewering me.
+5.
I went so.
Oh, it's alright.
long
No, because it's
without
alright. Because if you kill me
that
as a
being
cat,
problem.
I just revert back to me.
Yeah, but you
You're in the
die
bag.
as a cat in the bag, and you might not be able to get out of the bag. Again.
No.
Idiot. I take back that you're
What did you
clever.
get? I saw you roll
Gotta
it.
get him back up.
Can't get the
Can I do
damn
lucky?
jump.
Can I use lucky?
You can
To,
use luck point.
yeah, I'm gonna
Find
use a
him.
luck point.
Okay.
You kill the cat, he turns into a furball, you can't get the furball out.
That was 6.
Hold on. Can I give him inspiration?
Yes.
God.
Please do.
I'm not giving
Roll
you this
again.
stupid box.
Better. 16.
Okay. At the very last minute, you feel this like blade down the side of you, and you're like, if that was like an inch to the left, that would have skewered me right through the heart. And you scoop this suffocating cat out with this bald patch down the left-hand side.
I throw him in the water.
Okay. You get spun like a monkey into a stone.
Like a cat into a what?
Onto the water.
Yeah.
I cast walk on water. Water
You're-
walk.
You can't as a
As a cat, you can't.
Oh!
You can't verbalise anything.
Okay.
Do you actually throw him into the water?
What? Do you hiss at me?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just go
You
straight
just
in the
get
water.
chucked in the water. Yeah. You can turn back whenever you want. Even mid-flight, you can turn back into barge if you want to.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
cast
yeah.
walk on water. If you want to.
Because you lot don't know I've got walk on water.
So
Well, you
he's
do now.
still stuck down there.
Yeah.
Like
He's off the pier.
way
and into
below the
water.
pier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not way below, because this is quite low to the ground. So
Okay.
10 feet down.
Okay. Then yeah, definitely throw him off.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna cast water breathe
Okay.
and just stay underwater for a while.
Okay.
Make him feel bad.
I'm
don't
gonna
think
cast
you will.
fly and go up
Okay.
to the top.
I hope
Yep.
we're gonna rest soon because I'm using.
All of your spells.
I'm already at the top now.
And Mike, finally, what are you up to?
Wandering around
Feel
with
like-
limbs.
I think
Kinda.
they killed them.
Not unable to come out of the back.
It was a friendly bet for like 25 gold, and I almost killed you.
To be fair, you didn't almost kill him. He voluntarily.
Yeah,
jumped
you
into the
voluntarily-
Once again, it's like when
almost
you
let
tried
me
to
kill you.
climb inside my crocodile.
I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never gonna go for a crocodile, and I'm never gonna go into the bag of holding.
Why do you get inside things all the time?
Because I'm a curious little fellow.
Wants to be back in the womb.
Aww. I was going to say something
We
really
have to
horrible.
separate you two again.
Do I see any leftover booze while this is an old pub kind of thing?
Uh,
I've got a bottle
roll
of rum on
an
me.
investigation check.
Booze check.
Of course, yeah.
Booze
Of
check.
course I've got a bottle of rum.
So,
8.
8. Looks like most of it's smashed. You can smell like the slowly, the slowly like turning of the ale and turning of cider. You're like, oh, that smells horrible.
I would have been used to it in a
Yeah, it's smashed. I mean, it's all spread out now.
Damn it,
box, yeah.
fine, I'll just put my slippers back on and walk up the walls.
Okay.
With my limb.
Well, you can turn the slippers on and off. You can keep it on all the time
Oh,
if you
okay,
want to.
cool.
Yeah.
With my limb.
And you back up.
I'm
Walk up like Spider-Man.
just gonna add my special box. What was it called?
Did you get
it's
that?
one Xbox. Yeah, I threw it in the
Okay.
water after the cat.
Alright. It is a small decorative keepsake chest
It's the
nice.
lamest
worth
of
25 gold pieces.
A bit
Thanks.
like that.
It's no bust or very fine shoe.
Pair of shoes.
I'll win
Pair
those
of
off you
shoes,
later.
2 of them.
Indeed.
Two of them.
I will win that off you later.
I'm gonna put you back in that bag.
You just spat everywhere.
So you all return topside onto the boardwalk,
But I flew.
but you flew
Bored.
majestically.
Just like
Just like this,
I
like
just flew the
standing.
entire way. I just went,
As you can. You can have any kind
No
of form that you want.
nobody noticed, nobody gave a shit. The lizard just
You're like a cell animation, like someone just
Yeah.
shifted you up, left, and then popped you down again. But in the same pose.
Pip would have cared.
Pip would have cared.
She
Yeah.
would have cared.
Pip will care
She's having a nap.
She
Oh.
cared.
once she wakes up.
What will you do to her?
When
while
she
she's
wakes up from her
sleeping?
bath, I'll just show her that I can fly. Don't look shocked by that. That's a normal thing to say.
And just about the time that the last person to jump up was Mike, you all group together, talk about what just happened.
Drink rum.
And it's probably about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And you hear a pop and a whistle.
Is that me flying?
Pink fireworks start going off further in towards the town square.
Are they cannons?
Pink fireworks.
Just some fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
You know what
Is that
day.
normal?
And you know what day it is.
Do know what day it is.
Today
and
is
how
the-
do you not realise?
Angua Gala.
It's the Anglo Gala Day today. Happy Anglo Gala.
It's Mary Anglagala.
Merry Anglo Gala. Oh, I can't say that.
Angua Gala is
Yeah.
Mistfield's Festival of Love.
Oh, yes, of course.
Festival of Love.
And on that note, we'll end the episode.
Festival of Love.
So, I'd like to thank my players, Kate, Josh, Annie, Khalil, and Alice, if you'd like to plug your social media handle, now is an amazing time to do so.
Meganarang.
At MCM Josh.
At Annie_squirrel.
At Chattles Daddle.
ALUCYE.
And I'm at MCM_Tim. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Remember, when you don't know what to do, just roll over and die.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Did it.
Hey,
Did it.
your accent is good.
Yes, it is good.
It's not so much better. I loved the fact you fucked it up. After you was like,
It started going into his.
Yeah, I know.
But it's good.
It's because you just said something, and then I was like,
Oh, you're right. Oh, God.
Oh, it's good.
Oh.
It's so much fun.